1 Chronicles chapter 5. The God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, to carry Israel away into captivity. God stirred up the spirit of these men, these Gentiles. The spirit is the mind. Okay? God can do things directly to the human mind. You read it here, and actually very often in the Old Testament you read about how God does things directly to the human mind or spirit. To give somebody the idea of doing something, to provoke them to think in a certain way. When you come to the New Testament, you read a huge amount about the Holy Spirit. Now the Spirit is the mind. When you think of Holy Spirit, don't think of miracles and speaking in tongues and all this. That was in the first century. But the essential offer of God, of His Spirit, and the gift of His Spirit, is still there, in the sense of His working on your mind. And in these Old Testament examples, you see what that looks like. Putting an idea in your mind, developing a train of thought. Man is not a puppet. We have complete free will, but on the other hand, we are weak. And God is prepared to work in your mind. How many times have you sinned and knelt and prayed for forgiveness and got off your knees knowing you are forgiven, but? And the but, the dis-ease that you have is that you know I shall probably be here again with God over the same matter. Now, God is willing to change you. He wants to transform you. And the Spirit is the way in which He does that. God will send forth the Spirit of His Son into our hearts so that we might cry, Abba, Daddy, Father. He will do something to your mind. The love of God, Romans 5:5, is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit which is given unto us. This is a work in our heart. Strengthened, Ephesians 3, by His Spirit in the inner man, in the heart, in the mind, in the spirit. Once you open yourself to that, just as happened to these leaders of Assyria, God will put ideas in your mind, open your eyes to a new way or a new initiative in His service or whatever. This is the way of the Spirit. Don't be afraid of this. Ask God, and He will do this to you.